Would you like that too?
That's not really my wheelhouse, but
Okay.
I'll take it.
Whatever we toss at you, you're ready, huh?
Sure.
Our conversation brought to you by Marcus & Mack, voted best personal injury law firm in the Best of Indiana County contest. Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. And with Rob this morning is Dr. Sue Rieg, who is the chair of the Academic and Extracurricular Committee at Indiana Area School District as well. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
It's good to have you both with us in the studio this morning. That's a really active committee, isn't it? There's a lot to do with that committee.
Yes, it is. It's an important committee, but a great committee.
Yeah. You had a meeting last night, right?
We did.
Yeah. Come up with any big decisions?
We don't actually make the decisions. We make recommendations to the full board. But we did discuss several things that I know Rob's going to talk with you about some. Yeah. One that I'm very comfortable speaking about are our partnerships with IUP. And we've had many good partnerships for years, student teachers, of course, and pre-student teachers, but also our graduate programs. So we've been looking closely the last few weeks at more literacy graduate assistants, which have been a huge benefit to the district, speech and hearing graduate assistants, and also we have school psychologists from IUP that come.
Yeah. I was sort of hinting at maybe you were naming the gym after me, but that's not going to happen, Rob, huh?
Not yet.
Well, yeah, someday soon.
Someday soon? Yeah, I'm not guessing that happens anytime soon. Rob, working with the school board, of course, and with the various committees, you have the opportunity to see a committee such as this one in action. They really do handle a number of different areas because they're, when you think about academics and extracurricular, they're a part of everything that you do in the school district.
100%. Academic committee is the committee, we like to call it, because it's where a lot of the work that directly involves the students takes place. Everything that committee touches has a direct impact on our students and student athletes, so it's where a lot of the real work gets done. I know that if Mr. Harley and Mr. and Dr. Schaefer and those guys are listening, they might take offense to that, but academic committee is where it's at.
Yeah, absolutely. Sue, I want to talk about the agreement with WCCC for the associate degree in high school program. You see more and more of that happening, but it doesn't just come together easily, does it? There are a lot of very rigorous things that have to happen in order for a program like this to come about.
Yes, you're right. Our district spends a lot of time talking with the people from the different community colleges. We have agreements with several community colleges, and not only college and high school, but also dual enrollment programs that we have. So there is a lot of behind-the-scenes work that happens to make that happen, but we're very grateful for those community colleges and universities like IUP who want us to partner with them and want to provide these services for our kids because it's a great way for them to get started, and then ultimately it saves them money when they go off to college after high school.
What a tremendous opportunity for students in high school to start earning college credits. I know my son took great advantage of it, and because he did, he was able to really, he was able to graduate much earlier than he would have, but Mom and Dad were able to save a ton of money.
Yes, very important.
Yeah. And agreements like that. I know you also have a dual enrollment agreement that you've worked out with, was it Beaver County?
Yes. And I'll let Rob.
Yeah, that's a new one for sure, and that's more focused on a couple of niche areas. Specifically, we partner with the Jimmy Stewart Airport and Beaver County Community College to work on some aviation work, which is really exciting. And it's in these community partnerships with, we're very blessed. We have Beaver County. We're working with Point Park. We have Mount Aloysius IUP. And to the associate's degree, Westmoreland Community College has been a great partner, sitting down with us, looking at every one of our classes that can meet that rigorous standard of college and high school, and making sure that our students have as many opportunities as possible. And the goal is to give them that springboard, to either give them that associate's degree, a college degree. Imagine getting a college degree before you get your high school diploma.
Yeah.
Or getting so many credits to transfer that you really can take a year or a year and a half off the back end of your college and get a 4-year degree in 2.5 or 3 years. That's exciting. That's an opportunity, like you said, for parents and students that is just, it's invaluable.
But that has to be done in the auspices of a student being equipped to do that, and so that begins even earlier in their scholastic career, preparing a student to get to the point where, as a sophomore, junior, senior, you can begin looking at college courses and taking college courses.
Oh, 100%. I mean, the foundation is still the most important thing we do. Teaching students how to read, how to write, how to express themselves effectively, and how to do math, those basic skills, and how to be a student, how to be an effective learner. Those life skills that we teach are so important. Social emotional learning, self-efficacy skills are so important. And, so the work that the elementary school teachers do is every bit as important as what those high school teachers do to provide those credit opportunities.
Yeah. And of course, when we think about the academic and extracurricular committee, there is academics, a very, very important part of what you do as a school board and as a committee. But so as well, extracurriculars works into it, and recognizing the value of extracurricular programs is something that maybe people on the outside of a school district don't do. They don't see how valuable they are to a student's development, but they really are very important, aren't they?
Absolutely. There's actually a lot of research that supports students being involved in extracurricular activities, and a lot of them do show that students who are involved are also doing better in academics. They tend to stay out of trouble, which is a good thing because they're busy, they're involved, and so and I think we at Indiana offer a nice variety of extracurriculars. It's not just sports, but it's music, it's debate teams, robotics programs,
clubs, many clubs at the senior high. The teachers do a great job offering. If you have an interest, they'll work it into your schedule somehow.
Theater is also very
absolutely.
important.
We have the musical coming up here.
Yeah,
So,
and they really, as I said, they equip a student, but they also help a student to sort of grow into probably a more mature person than they would have been exiting their high school years, because just learning teamwork and learning to be a whole part of a process like that.
Oh, 100%. I mean, there's that saying that, good coaches change the outcome of games and great coaches change the outcomes of lives. And that's 100% true, that being part of that team, learning how to depend on others, to trust each other, to do your role, do your job, and do it well so others can rely on you. There's so many life skills that come out of, the extracurricular activities that it really is an education, an important arm of our educational curriculum,
Yeah.
And I'd like to piggyback on that too. It also offers students a lot of good leadership opportunities. So they gain those leadership skills as well as teamwork skills. How do you lead a group of peers?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not just in-game situations, learning how to practice and to be responsible for showing up and for doing the work that goes into making a successful performance, whether it be on an athletic field or in a science classroom or wherever it happens to be.
100%. Grinding it out is what life's about. That's really the lesson in life, being responsible, showing up, doing your job. Those are life lessons for sure that translate to whatever your career is going to be.
Yeah. Speaking of those extracurriculars, one of those is athletics, and we've got Indiana girls basketball team in the playoffs, and they move into the out of the WPIAL and into the PIAA. Got hockey tonight as well.
We do. We have hockey tonight. The girls are going to York to play some state playoff basketball. We're very excited about that. We have the hockey team, having North Allegheny coming to town tonight for their playoff games. We had 4 wrestlers compete this past weekend in the Southwestern Regional Wrestling Tournament. And one of them, Nico Finella, finished in 3rd place, and we'll move on to the states in Hershey. The dance team took home a few trophies in their first ever competition over the weekend. They took 1st place in jazz, 1st place in overall grand champions of the competition. And then, obviously, we had the swimmers just
Isn't that incredible?
Oh, just amazing,
Nice.
They set a whole bunch of records, PIAA records at that meet. So very proud of the work that those kids are doing.
State record holders now.
Absolutely.
From Indiana.
No one can ever take that away from you. Yeah.
That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. And all of it going on because of the dedication of the school district to academics and extracurriculars. That's really important stuff. Academic and extracurricular meeting committee would also have a very keen interest in the future of Horace Mann Elementary School, as every committee does, as the entire school board does. Walter Schroth recommended that we point out to people that the committee meetings themselves are where a lot of the discussion will take place, and that will guide the district in what should happen with that particular school, Horace Mann, but really district-wide, decisions that have been made. Because decisions are big and decisions are small, but they're all decisions that affect the students, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, last night is a good example of that. We talked about several different opportunities that could be the new purpose for Horace Mann down the road, whether it's expansion of career education, expansion of our early childhood education, or other student services, students with autistic support needs or emotional support needs. So we're going to reach out to some potential partners and really start vetting these things out. And those discussions will happen at the committee. As Dr. Rieg pointed out, the committees do the work and they make recommendations, and the board just approves those recommendations or rejects them based on their merit. So.
Yeah. Other things going on within the district, of course, you're thinking summer camp programs too right now, aren't you? We're my goodness, it's March already.
It comes so fast, right? Yeah, so we have to get out the advertisements for our summer camp, 21st Century, run through a partnership with Aaron, Evergreen, and Indiana Area School District will be happening again this summer. Going to be a little bit different, but it's still going to be at the junior high. And it's going to be offered for 5 weeks, and some more information will be coming out on that as well.
Yeah. And also a chance to look up in the sky and see something pretty soon. That's really going to be fun, too.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to take that one. Oh, well, yeah, last night the academic committee approved the purchase of some safety glasses so that our elementary students can actually witness firsthand the solar eclipse that's happening on April 8th. So we joked last night that when the powers that be give you science lesson prepackaged for you, you got to let those students experience that. So we purchased the glasses so that every one of our elementary students can go out at 3:16, I believe, on April 8th and look up and see it all happening live, and the teachers can capitalize on that opportunity to touch on so many important scientific principles. So yeah, we're excited about that. It's going to be fun.
Of course, being Western Pennsylvania, will probably be overcast that day.
Fingers crossed, yeah.
Hang on to those glasses for the next one.
Yes, sir. We talked about that for sure.
A few years down the road. But it's really an exciting time, I know, to be a school administrator right now, to be someone in the decision-making capacity of a school board member. And it's really part of a whole community coming together. It used to be that community schools were such an important part, and I think we sort of lost that after I graduated from school, or maybe while I was still in school 1,000 years ago. Mm-hmm. And it's good to see that. I think there's a new emphasis on it, isn't there?
There is, and we're fortunate that our schools really are so close in proximity. Mm-hmm. So we're fortunate to have a school district that we're not so spread out. I mean, we know some areas like Shalakta, and there are areas that bus kids a little bit further than others. But yeah, we still, I think, our teachers, our administrators, we still have that community school environment. I mean, every school in this district is a family.
Yeah.
It truly is. And
I noticed that when I bring the STAR students and the elementary STAR students come in. And they're all coming. They're coming from 4 different schools, but when they come together, it's like one big group from the same tree. I guess.
Absolutely, and our teachers do a great job. They treat those kids like they're their own children, and only the best for them. So the teachers, the administrators, and the community, we're very fortunate to have people like Dr. Rieg serving on our school board, because there's not a lot of school districts there's some school districts that struggle to get people to serve. And we have an excellent board that is, very well prepared and credentialed and intelligent, and they care about this. Whole community cares about our schools, which is great.
Absolutely. All right. Rob Heinrich, Dr. Sue Rieg, thanks so much for the visit this morning. We appreciate that.
Thank you for having us.
It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. 8:25. Jake is in the newsroom. He's on the way. And then we've got in our next half hour here on Indiana in the Morning. It's a very busy morning. My goodness. Justin Shaw, the Chief of Police for Indiana Area School District, is with us. We're going to do the Walkworks program with Josh Krug and Barb Haig in our 9 o'clock hour here. It's Indiana in the Morning, and it's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com.
This is Boomer Esiason with the CBS Sports Minute. 2 retirements were announced yesterday. 2015 American League Most Valuable Player Josh Donaldson and All-Pro center and Super Bowl 52 champion Jason Kelce. While both stars played 13 seasons, Kelce spent his entire career with the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't know about Cooperstown, but I do like Kelsey's Canton chances. I'm Boomer Esiason.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us, too, in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives. On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war, whether those scars are physical or mental. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Learn more about what we do at Wounded Warrior Project.
Nearly 3,000 teen drivers die in car crashes each year. Tire Rack Street Survival is designed to save lives. The one-day hands-on driving school gives teens experience in car control through exercises that include emergency braking and skid recovery. Find a class near you at TireRack.com/survive.
Why do I work for International Conveyor Rubber? Plain and simple, it's the brotherhood. I've worked jobs where it's every man for himself. At ICR, you work as a team, and everyone here has your back.